I had the day off of work and I had to make a delivery up to Rockford, so I decided to do a thrift run as well. I haven't done one in a long time, and you get to come along. Immediately, I decided to gamble on these Square D busway panels. People are asking a lot, but nobody's buying. We'll see. Of course, who couldn't love Uncle Lester's word game? I am a little regretful I didn't grab that. I did grab Clay to Win, though. We'll talk about that later, but not Body Boggle. I was tempted. Of course, one of my new hobbies is now looking at old cookbooks that could have recipes that could be adapted to Paw Paw. I don't know about this one. This was a fun find. We'll look at that a little bit later on. All right, off to the Salvation Army. That speaks for itself. Didn't grab it though. I was almost going to leave this behind, but gosh darn if it isn't obviously complete. I grabbed that too. Did not grab this game. I was tempted by this shirt, but it was a little nihilistic.
We need someone to get us started here. We need you listening right now.
Tempting, but no. I always look at the kids' books because of Golden Sound Stories, but I rarely see them these days. Ugh. Look, Mom, it finally came in the mail. Most of this stuff stayed home, but I did drag a few things back to put up in the eBay store, so let's have a look. All right, Eekers. What did the cat drag in? Let's look. Look what the cat dragged it in. All right. So, we got Solar Quest, the home real estate game in space. That should. It's described to me as a Monopoly in space by the cashier. I feel like that's fairly accurate. Oh, we're losing some space bucks here. Check that out. Ooh, I was unable to verify that this was complete in the store. The box is sort of busted, but I think I can kind of repair that slightly. Almost lost 5 space dollars. That's what Elon Musk wants us to convert to after Bitcoin. All right. Let's see here. Oh, I've got to show off a real estate card as well while I'm at it. Ooh, Europa. Okay. So we'll look at that. That's probably going to go in the eBay store after a little TLC. Got to remove the label and tape and maybe repair that box. Here's another fun game. Clay to Win. It's interesting because it's made by Coleco. Clay is gone, but it's got everything else that I think you need. Plastic knives and clay mats. I like the punitive stamp punch. I think you remove bits of people's clay as you go along if you don't, if you fail to meet the challenge, maybe. I don't know. So, kind of fun. Those were from my first stop at the Rockford Rescue Mission Thrift. I also managed to grab this there. That's pretty cool. The vinyl's in a little bit rough shape, but it's not too bad. It'll probably play at least partially. the cover's in nice shape at the very least. So I got 2 of these, which are made by Square D. They look like they're in new old stock. They are busway panels, something like that. People are asking $300 a piece for these. They're not getting it on eBay, but I figure if I can charge a fraction of that and maybe sell some, great. We'll see. That one was kind of a gamble. Oh, all right. So the next stop was the Salvation Army. Floss from the thrift store, but I mean, this is like $20 worth of floss for $1.50, and it's, although beat up, it's pretty obviously still sealed, so slightly gross, but so am I. I also got this white noise maker there. I've actually circuit bent this guy before, but I don't know if the batteries rotted in it or something kind of went grody over time on it, but it's just a pitch glitch in here, but there is like a threshold where it kind of gets weirdly grainy and strange and a little glitchy. Kind of a fun one. Used to effect in the band CMKT4 during the song Spaceman. Okay, so I got these. We'll do some like cup and ball tricks. Now these are for your Hamilton Beach milkshake machine. These command anywhere from like 15 to 20 bucks. They're pretty scratched surface wise, but they're stainless steel, so I don't see why that's a problem. That came from Share Stuff, as did this. Cashier hadn't seen it. Sold that one before on eBay. Not for very much, but it's like a $5 tape. These came from Share Stuff. 2 holiday things I got to get listed. Clean them up first. This one's not used, but it's kind of grody from storage. Or maybe it was used. I don't know. You can probably take the label off easily, but I think together as a lot, those might sell nicely. Thought this was pretty cool. This came from the Goodwill. This is allegedly Exotica. I don't know anything about this lady. But Exotica, you have my attention. Stivell. All of these albums that have sold on eBay seem to be imports from outside the country. Seems to be some demand. It's in decent shape. The cover's a little rough, but not too bad. Looks good in the front. These came from the Habitat for Humanity restore. 50 cents a piece. They may have the best deal on tapes. Not always the greatest selection, but those were some decent titles. And a sealed blank. I've been trying to keep from getting puzzles, but as you saw in the earlier parts of the video, this was easily confirmed as complete. The box is in good shape, save for the tape, but I almost might put this together and glue it, and it would be a cool like piece of wall art. They look neat when the puzzle pieces are all together and creating the pattern as well. Springbok I like as a brand. I tend to look for those puzzles, and it's just a pricing game. Some are not as in high demand, but they're just satisfying to do. I guess Ravensburger is another desirable brand, but I stick to Springbok. Personal preference just from experience and price checking. So there you have it. That's what I got.